So this is a whiteboard, and today I'm going to go through the lessons of the Tower of Babel and the chapter right before it, which is the Table of Nations. But right now, I'm going to try to make a computer and see if it works. So, green marker. Let's see. First, the computer needs to be a box. I probably need to actually look at the board and not look at it through the camera lens. And here's a computer. Keyboard. And do it the lazy way because I can't draw. And then you gotta have a mouse. It's a pretty good looking mouse. Looks like a tent. And of course you gotta have the CPU, which is actually the computer. So CPU. I think on Sunday I might try to have the girls just make it out of construction paper or boxes or something. So that's a computer. The only problem is I can't really get it to work. I can't turn it on. In fact, if I move too much I might lose some of it. I like to cut the mouse off. And yeah. So I'm going to pick up the marker cap. See if I can do this without using my other hand. Hey! Alright, so why can't I get the computer to work? Well, because I don't have electricity or any power. And without the power behind the computer, I can't really do much with it. I'm just trying to use my own means without doing what some expert like Bill Gates would want me to do, or Steve Jobs, or some nerd like myself. But yeah, we're talking about that and relating it to the Tower of Babel somehow. And so, my lesson plan. So how has science and technology affected my life in good ways? Well, I can talk to anybody around the world whenever I want to. I have a friend who's living in China right now. I can talk to him, and it's like a 12-hour difference. So if it's 8 o'clock at night, it's 8 o'clock in the morning to him. And I can talk to people. I can post videos of the way I think. You know, any other way I couldn't get my ideas out because, I don't know, I probably have to see what it would be like without a computer, but I can post videos, I can preach the gospel without leaving my room. So that's good. In bad ways, I don't ever have to leave my room. It induces laziness. I get distracted by funny websites like Cake Wrecks or Tomb Wrecks or Awkward Family Photos, and then I waste a lot of time on it too. And then you can stumble on the bad stuff like pornography and gambling, and you can say stupid things on Facebook and ruin your whole reputation, which is too late for me. And yeah, people can find out about your skeletons in the closet a whole lot faster. And this brings us to ancient Babylon, where they didn't even have electricity, which wasn't quite Babylon yet. But it was just after the flood, maybe about 100 years or so. God wanted the people of the whole earth to spread out and populate the whole earth. And so he said, and the question is, why did God want people to spread out and populate? Why did he want them to spread out and populate the earth? Why not stay in one place? Well, he did create a pretty big planet. And so it would be a shame to have all that space wasted, you know, which is the way I feel about outer space too, which I do believe in aliens. So the truth is out there. But yeah, and we're reading a little bit of chapter 11 of Genesis. It says in verse 3, the people said to each other, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used bricks instead of stone and tar for mortar. And then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may, 1, make a name for ourselves, and 2, not be scattered over the face of the whole earth." So why did the descendants of Noah fail to do so? They wanted to make a name for themselves. They wanted to be their own God, and usually the name means they want to have the name above every name. They want to make their own laws, They don't want to leave each other. And so things happen. And so God's like, no, oh no you didn't. I'm not going to send another flood because I promised I wouldn't, but I'm not going to let you ruin yourselves again and become just as evil as you were before. And so he decides to make all their languages mixed up so that no one can understand each other anymore. No más. No más idioma. No lo comprende. And so they can't understand each other, and that's why everybody speaks a different language, and that's why everybody had to move away from each other. And so I probably should make that a little longer lesson, because that wasn't very long. It says, what ways are modern societies repeating the same mistakes as Babel? Well, the internet. We can all talk to each other with translators, and we don't have to. We're all becoming more and more united and doing greater things, building bigger buildings, making cooler technologies, even cloning people, and stem cell research, which is horrible. They're simply ignoring the evidence that unborn embryo cells do not work. Normal, my own skin stem cells would work much better on like replacing hearts and lungs and stuff. But no, they insist on murdering children. So we're making the mistakes. We're trying to make a name for ourselves, trying to preserve life while also killing innocent people for our convenience. It's like, I don't have time to have a baby right now. I'm just going to kill it. It's like, you can't just change your mind on a baby. And so, yeah. But then millions of dollars go to these stars in Hollywood who just sit there and do drugs and get pampered while children are starving all over the world, including in America. And babies are getting killed before they're born. And so this society is a shame. But we go on to some good news, because one, God's going to have to apologize to the pre-flood world pretty soon if he doesn't make a move soon. And there's still even good news in that, because God's going to come back real soon. And then, but it's still going to be a while because I haven't changed the world yet. I haven't taken over yet.